Hello and welcome back to Mini Metro Beta 10 patch. So, there are a lot of changes this patch. All cities are now playable, which I think is about 10 or 12. Cities have had balance and station generation changes. Slight changes to the asset panel. Don't know what that is, or what that entails. Yeah. City previews have been improved, so we'll go and have a look at those. Editing track that overlaps deleted track is now possible. That's good. It means you don't have to wait for the track to delete before you can put a new track on top. It will just accept that that track will be deleted in the future. The resolution can be changed in the options menu. That's pretty good. It means they can get rid of that Unity launcher, which was a bit weird and definitely something that you wouldn't see in the final release of the game. And a game will no longer begin with stations outside the viewable area. I had not experienced this bug, but if he did have that bug, that would be pretty annoying. They also put up another bit of news on the Steam page for this, saying that there'll be a post next week about how the timeline is looking for release. And they say it's a mix of bad news and very good news. So I'm guessing it's releasing soon. However, they haven't put in the extreme game mode, nor have they got any audio in. So perhaps one of those isn't coming. I could just be guessing wrongly here, but if there's bad news, then it's probably something isn't going to be in the game. It could be one of the smaller issues they've got here, though. Right, so let's go have a look at the patch. So, obviously, in the options menu, you can now change the resolution. I'm not going to click backwards and forwards on that because it'll change the resolution of the game straight away when you click the button, which is difficult to record. Right. So, still got commuter and scenic. I assume that they're the same stations in both. So, station previews have been changed. And notice them. I can't really tell the difference. Maybe I didn't look at the old ones enough. I kind of just went into the game. I think Oakland is new. I think Cairo might have been in already. Might not. But I know Osaka's new. So we're going to have a look at that. Okay, so assets panel. Yeah, I think that's a little bit smaller perhaps than before. Look, that could be good. Yeah, yes, thank you game. I know how to play it. Okay, that's new. That's if you don't know how to play the game, it will happen. Did that use one bridge or two? Or the bridges or tunnels? I think that only used one. Okay. So yeah, the rest of this is going to be just a quick playthrough, see if there are any new bugs. But apart from that, yeah. That is, leave all the patch things we can test. Apart from this one that we didn't get to test last patch, which is if a station appears on your line, it will be added to the line. Perfect. Now don't see it. So, how's this looking so far as a map? That only used one bridge, then all these smaller rivers must not count, would be my guess. Don't know. Let's try out that theory. So if I was to come over here, that would only use one. Okay. So you need to work out which rivers are worth, and bridges and tunnels are worth putting your thing on. That are worth going round. Because if you could work your way around the small rivers, then you'd be able to be fine. For instance, if we were to put this up, like, I want to disconnect it, connect it like that. No, that still uses one. But that doesn't use one. It doesn't use two. Oh, it does use 2, it just doesn't tell me. Okay. Interesting. But that also used 2. And we'll take another line. That's fine. Do something like that. Yeah. Was that a new thing? Telling you. I think that's a new graphic. That's the word I was looking for. Before it would only have the grayed outline. Unless I'm very mistaken. Yeah, it looks like they've really focused on putting a lot of new assets in this patch. So, seems to be running okay. I think our biggest problem is if we get a few spawns of stations over in this area. Because it'll... Sorry, I meant to do that. Yeah. If we get a few over in this area, then we're going to run out of bridges very, very quickly. However, if we get it over here, we're going to have no trouble at all with bridges. So, we're going to have to be very careful on where it spawns. Yeah, see if it spawns up like that, we've got a problem, because that's going to be 2 bridges. That's all of our bridges gone, right? Nope, that was only 1 bridge. I guess bridges or tunnels only have they have a set distance that they will cover. So this would cover from here to here. But if it was to go any further, it would then end the tunnel. Like, it can only go so far. Once it's gone that far, it won't go any further, I think. Or maybe you can't have multiple tunnels between 2 stations. I think that might be it. I think we maybe glitched out the game a little bit when the station spawned in between these 2. And that it then didn't add another tunnel, it just said it's the same number of tunnels that's now added to the line. It didn't recalculate the tunnels. Interesting. So we've got a problem over here. We've got a lot of circles on one line, which we can try and fix. Well, we'll take the carriage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of most of that line there. We're going to get rid of green line entirely. Don't need it. We're going to do something like this. Okay. I think blue line we're going to have a problem as well. So we're going to lower its distance here. Make that yellow line instead. So yellow now goes circle, triangle, circle, triangle, circle. Green line has a couple of circles in a row, but then goes to triangle, circle, triangle. This station doesn't have anything on it. We're going to use orange to cover that station. Okay. And we'll leave the carriage till we see how everything looks. Of course, it would spawn another circle over here. Right, we'll just use green line. We're probably going to put the carriage on green line, although yellow is obviously a little congested right now. That's because it's a new line though, so we'll see what it does. Yeah, that should go away very quickly if all the triangles are going off there. This should pick up everything, drop off 3 triangles. Oh, perfect. Yellow line has no trouble now, because what it'll do is it'll drop off triangles there, drop off squares there, and then there's no traffic. Green is almost definitely where we need to put the carriage. So we'll put it on green. We do still have another train, but I think we'll keep it. There's no real reason to keep it actually, because you can remove trains from lines. That's an old thought, not being able to do that. Blue needs to go down here, but we don't have enough tunnels. I think. How many tunnels do we have? 0. Let's see if we can lower one. So we got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. The only way to lower the number of tunnels is to get rid of yellow line. Going all the way up there. Because blue needs to go up and around. And that leaves us with 1 tunnel. Which we could use orange to get. Yeah. Did we add anything to yellow line? I don't think we did. We added another train to the line. I've totally forgotten which one it was. Or did I keep the train? Oh, I added it to a line. I can't see it right now. Green's got what? Oh, I added it to blue line. That's why I wasn't finding it. I was going to move it to blue line because blue's a little bit longer now, but that's fine. It doesn't need it. Well, it already has it. We don't need to find it again. Yellow's in a bit of an odd position. It doesn't really have a purpose, and as I'm speaking, it spawns somewhere else for it to go. I think we might end yellow here as well, just so that it links back in again. Maybe it will relieve orange of some pressure, and also it might make all of the diamond ones go onto this circle station. Like they might come down yellow, all be dropped off here, and it's only 1 stop between these two. That is the plan anyway. So, locomotive. I think we have to take tunnels, because if we don't take tunnels and it spawns in here, we've just lost. I suppose we can use 1 more bit of line there. Yeah, I'm going to keep the train. I don't know what line to put it on, so we'll just keep it for just now. But yeah, I think we would abandon this line first if we need an extra tunnel, but I can't see that happening. I'm wondering whether stations can spawn in here and in here, because that would be a real pain to deal with later. Seems like a difficult map if it would do that. I suspect they'll only spawn in the large areas, like large open spaces. But could be wrong. Circle out there. Let's use yellow line to go and deal with it. We'll add the extra train to yellow line. That should be fine. So, yeah, all the stations seem to be alright just now. Just basically waiting for spawning to happen. Yellow's maybe got a little bit more traffic on it than I would like. It's got a couple on each station. Green gets a lot of traffic, but it's not really a problem. We're going to extend orange out here. Yeah, it's not really a problem over there because green has 2 carriages. So it gets a bit more traffic, but then it gets rid of it much more efficiently when it gets there. I'm more worried about things. Blue line, for instance, is getting a bit more traffic, but it's only getting rid of a very small amount each time. It's a problem. That quarter circle is going to mean that there's going to mean more traffic going up green line. Because at the moment, most of the traffic from green line's been going down to the square and down to the diamond. But now they're going to get some going back up, which might mean it doesn't pick up as many passengers going back along. So we might have to deal with that. Yellow's also getting a little bit long and unwieldy. But let's see what we can do with this. I'll take the carriage. We don't really need another line right now. We perhaps have too many lines right now. But we do need more I think we're going to put a carriage on blue. And we're going to put another train on orange. Now my logic behind this is orange is kind of a connected line between all the other lines. And blue was starting to get a bit more traffic on each pass. So hopefully this should mean that blue gets rid of its traffic a little bit quicker. And orange will be able to move its stuff quicker. Yep. And we got another station on blue. Ooh, it's causing me so much trouble there. We need another tunnel. We'll get rid of square at the end of that line. We'll no, stay. What is going on there? Right. Okay. Let's just do this from the start. No. Over there, and then one in there. Perfect. That was what I was trying to go with. Did I just turn that train around? Not quite what I was aiming to do. That's fine. So we don't really have traffic on any of the other lines. This one could be a bit of an issue because it's gonna drop. No, it's just gonna pick them all up. That should be fine. You'll pick them all up in one trip, pretty much. Yeah. Could be an issue later. If yellow is now dropping off all of its square passengers there, that'd be a problem. But I suspect it picked up passengers and was going to go back along to its square. And then it just dumped them all when that was no longer an option. This, however, is going to be a problem. Why didn't that connect? Right. This is going to be a problem because now orange line's going to have a lot of traffic on it. We're going to need probably another train and carriage, I suspect, to work down there. But we also need tunnels. Because we are at our max limit for tunnels. So yeah, if tunnels are an option, we take it. Then I think we take carriages. Then, yes, tunnels. That's it. We'll put the train on orange and wait for things to spawn. All the lines are getting a bit more traffic on them. Maybe I should connect yellow down like this. Take a little bit of pressure off green line and yellow line because it's not. It won't be holding passengers from here to here, as it'll be dropping them off at the end. Green can extend down there. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like where stations are, like when you drag them, you get less lines that are going exactly parallel. It seems to be a little bit more open. Because you used to get a lot of 180 degree turns when you create stations, but now it seems to be a little bit more reasonable for its turns. Like that one, I was expecting it would go in and then come straight back out. Now it's kind of going along a nice looking path. Wondering when they've done some change to how those spawn. Maybe. Yep, this station's a little bit of trouble, but we have a lot of passengers that can get on it. Yep, this train's just waiting for the previous one to get a couple stations ahead before it starts. I suspect it does that to make sure that there is a gap between, so it's not just getting to each station afterwards and stopping and getting there and stopping. Okay, we have the tunnels to do that. There's a little bit more traffic on every station, which is something I'm not really liking. How many tunnels do we have? Only one. Yeah, we'd have to take tunnels next time if it offers us. If we don't take tunnels, I think I would like to take a carriage and a... Yeah, just the carriage and train and put more on yellow and blue. But if tunnels are an option, we have to take them. Trying to decide between yellow and blue for this train. I think if there's going to be a problem, it's not going to be on yellow. It's going to be on blue. Yeah. Because yellow's got a lot of stopping points for other stations. Blue is kind of isolated. This one should be one for yellow, I think. And then, like that. Yep. That's fine. Yeah. Green's got a problem as well, because it takes it an awfully long time to get up here. I mean, it solves the trouble when it gets there. But if we make the line any longer, we're going to need more trains on it. Because otherwise, they're just going to get so many trapped passengers that will fail before it can make its way round. Even though it's not like the usual fail where it makes its way round and just doesn't pick enough up. This one, it would pick enough up, but it just wouldn't get there quick enough. Yellow's also a bit too long. I would prefer for yellow to be a bit shorter. But it seems to be alright. We could get a lot of passengers spawning like that, which would be a problem for us. But it doesn't seem like they're spawning there just yet. Almost tempted just to connect those two lines. Don't know what benefit that would bring us though. Actually, that would be fine. Because circle passengers would get off there. Yellow would pick up circle passengers from here and bring them here. That would mean that green has to pick them up less. And then it would pick up the quarter circle passengers and bring them back. Means that green would have to pick up less. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. We have 3 tunnels. Do we need another line? Yes. We need another line in order to reduce green. I think what we're going to do to reduce green line, so we're going to bring it over like this. We're going to go down here. We're going to go like that. Then we're going to remove green line from here. So green ends there. So this line should take a little bit off light blue, take a little bit off yellow, take a little bit off green. And hopefully that will solve some of our problems. As light blue can let off some of its passengers here, if it needs to. Green can let off some of its passengers here, if it's going to star. Although it would probably still drop them off here. Yeah, that's fine. But light blue can travel them across. That should be fine. So another... Oh, missed this spawn entirely. I'm just going to let it play forward while I work out. I think that's a better one for orange to go to. Yellow can go to this one. Yeah, it was actively not letting me put it in the old way that you could position it. Very odd. Okay. Got a bit of traffic over here, which we need to deal with. I think we probably need another carriage on Blue Line, because it's getting a lot of passengers in each one. Although, when the trains get there, it seems to clear out, so maybe it's not actually that big an issue. Right, it seems to be carrying triangle too far. So I'm just working out where to put this one. I'll extend green line through. That's fine. Right, blue's taking triangle too far. So a way for me to lower it. Well, that's going. So it picks. Say it picks up triangle here. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we lower the number of stations blue goes to, extend yellow one more station, like this, dark blue should get all of the triangle passengers. Let's see. So triangle gets picked up here, goes along, drops them off here. No? Drops them off there. That's only one stop. Maybe it already works. Maybe it works out where they go when they're picked up, or when they spawn. It works out the route they go. That used two. It used 2 tunnels. It's awful. Use 1, 2, 4. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try to see if there's a different route round. Oh, we've got a big bit of trouble here. Hopefully green will clear this if it has space. Locomotive tunnel. We'll take liner tunnel. We're taking the line because we're going to need the line desperately soon. I mean, tunnels are trouble, but we could probably work around it up here. But this is an issue we're going to have to deal with. This bit here. So, this because yellow drops off its square passengers here. So it's just yellow dropping off its square passengers. So yellow logically should go to square. Needs to. Something like that. That would help alleviate the issue. Yellow's also a bit long. I'm thinking about gutting yellow's traffic up here. So I think we'll do that. We'll just gut yellow down here. Make a new line, the red line that goes. No, you can still do the old. You can still make it do the old stuff. I was just imagining things. Maybe I've got better at making the game, not do its parallel lines. Okay. That should hopefully fix our issues down there. Yellow's now much shorter, so that it'll be transporting passengers quicker. Red will cover up here. Red line's gonna have a little bit of issues, but that should be okay. Why is red dropping off its square passengers up there? That makes... Oh, because they're going on this line, maybe? Right, it goes on this line, it goes up here, it drops them off, and they head in. Right, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Now that I'm looking at it. Okay. Well, this one can be covered by dark blue. That's fine. Yeah, this seems to be running alright. Green has too many passengers. That's kind of always the case. It still deals with them. We're making the line shorter, giving it more, then the passengers more routes, which should help with the issues we're having. Orange line seems to be doing okay. Wait, we've got passenger for... Oh, I missed that. These lines changed to a cross at some point. Problem. I just need to work out how we're going to deal with this one. Don't really want square to square. I'm going to rework this line. We're going to go up and around. We're going to go circle, square, circle, circle. Okay. Use the same number of tunnels. That's fine. Means it doesn't end on the square, but that's fine. We'll pick up passengers from this one. They'll be carrying them a little bit further. Shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be an issue. I could almost make a little self-contained line here. Just a circle to cover that top area. Might be worth looking at. Although, we've got a problem down here. Yellow's got a lot of traffic. Locomotive, tunnels with lines. I don't think we're going any further over here. So I'm going to guess that we're going to go for line. Dark blue can cover there. Yellow's got a bit of an issue in that it's a bit too long down here. Maybe what we should do, we should make dark blue go down into here. So it's going from two major unique points. Pretty much every station though links in with another color, so it shouldn't have too much traffic on it, but it should take a little bit off everything else. Now my idea for the new line is to take away all of that and to do with pink line, we're gonna make this one go around here. Ooh, nope, you need to bend the other way. Yeah, that was the problem I thought they'd fixed earlier. It's obviously not fixed, but that's fine. It's not that big a problem. Although I do kind of want to make it look a bit nicer, so let's do that. Okay, so we got our self-contained line up here. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to take one train from blue and put it on yellow. Because blue's shorter and it's not got as much, it's not going to have as much trouble. Pink should cover this area fine, which is the equivalent of the train I'm taking off blue. Effectively saying blue's shorter so it doesn't need as many trains, and the area is being covered by pink. We then had a train that we could put down on yellow. It's fine. So hopefully that'll help both lines. See how it goes. Kind of getting the feeling that we're going to die or going to lose it at any point. Die? That would be a pretty severe punishment for bad subway management. Or bad metro management, I should say. Yeah. Almost at 2,000 passengers. I think that'd be a good aim for us. This station's still got a lot of traffic on it. I don't know why, like how this happens, because they must all spawn there. Does this just ignore that station when it gets there? Pretty much. Huh. We'll connect that through yellow then as well. Try and fix that. Oh, we'll give red a little bit place to get rid of its triangles. That's fine. Dark blue's got an issue. Hopefully it'll get over there in time. Yellow's got some issues. Yeah, this is feeling to me like the limit of where this is going. Hopefully the square passengers will realise that they have to get on here. Like, you have to get on or the whole thing will implode. They didn't, but there was enough other passengers to fix it. Got this one's got trouble, which is going to pick them up, which is going to ignore this one. Where are all the yellow trains? These are all hanging on by a thread. I hope we reach 2,000 before the end. Every single station has just gone mad. Wow. The whole thing is falling apart. Right, carriages and trains. So we're going to do emergency tactics. We're going to stick another carriage on yellow. Which one's going to fail first? Yellow line is definitely going to fail first. So we need another train on yellow. And we hit 2,000. I'm happy. We can leave the rest to die now. Wow. This is very close. Yep, this station is going to end. And it ended. Overcrowding at the station has forced your metro to close. 2,070 passengers travelled your metro for over 71 days. Well, thank you if you kept with it till the end. Should be back next time for another patch overview. If you enjoyed this, please consider leaving a like and a comment below. See you next time. Goodbye.